Hey, welcome back or not. If you are watching this, if you are just tuning into this, I have been live and then things went kafluky. So I'm trying to start this again and I'm going to fill you in on what you missed. My name is Betty Sakosha. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and the team leader for the Power of Positive, Power of Positive Inking. And today is my fourth and final installment of Love and Courage, which is a stamp set that Stampin' Up! Has generously put out there so that for each stamp set that is sold, $3 will be sent to a breast cancer organization. So while it is a breast cancer inspired stamp set, I've been showing you some different ideas to use it all month. One in particular was pretty breast cancer inspired, but the others have not been. And today's is probably the easiest card of all and is definitely not. It's just a different take on it, more of a masculine kind of take on this card. So let me flip you down and tell you what what we all missed while things were going kafluky. Okay, so there's my desk. There's the stamp set. All right, so it's called Love and Courage. It's got some great images and some fantastic words. Okay. Right now, let me just make sure that I am actually live for the second that I'm live. Okay, so I can see this now. Let me know if you are joining me again, or if there's anything you need me to repeat because things went wrong. Okay, so to recap, I took a full sheet of cardstock. I scored it right down the middle at 4 1/4 inches. Then on that same long side, I cut off 1 inch, turned it sideways, and cut it. So this is now my card base. Okay. So it's a smaller inside, basically. I cut off 1 inch of it. So I'm using this paper here from what's it called again? Woven Textures. I was going to call it Treasures. Yeah, sure, whatever. Woven Textures, which has a variety, 4 different designs of these beautiful woven paper. So each side is gorgeous, and then the other side is equally as usable, right? So they are I believe they are actual pictures of woven things, okay? So to me, it lends itself to being kind of a nice masculine type card. And that's what I'm doing with it here today. So we're taking this stamp set that was really, just to show you can use it in a lot of different ways. So when I was so rudely cut off by my internet, I had I had applied a layer here, 3 inches by 5 1/4. This piece here is 1 inch by 5 1/4, and I embossed it using the fall embossing folder right here, using this little line right at the bottom as a guide to make sure it was straight. So when it came out the other end, it looked like this. And then I had the thought, so I ran across the room, that I actually wanted to pop these out a little bit more. So I got a sponge. Stampin' Up! Used to sell sponges, but frankly, you can get sponges almost anywhere. And I'm just going to tap it. I'm using espresso, which is the same color as my background paper. And I'm just tapping it on it should be on my scrap paper, but it's actually on my glass mat, just because I want this to be a little bit lighter. But I'm pulling this color in here to make it just a little bit more noticeable. So these, I don't want it too dark. Always go light, because you can always add more, but you can never add less. Okay, there we go. So in the end, I don't know if you can tell, but it does show up, pops up just a little bit more so you can see that texture on there. With so much texture look on here, I wanted texture on there as well. All right, so the card front, almost set. Card middle, I'm using a piece of 3 inch by 5 1/4. So super easy measurements. And this is beige because I like beige as a nice neutral with these other colors. Alrighty, there we go. So that's going to be the inside of my card. And sort of for the focal point of the card, I'm going to use this greeting right here. It's okay not to be okay. So true. And everybody needs reminding of that, because when we feel not okay, we feel not okay. And we feel like we're the only ones going through this, whatever this might be. And sometimes that's all you need to say to somebody is, I'm thinking of you. It's fine if you're not okay. Call me if you need. Don't call me. Don't talk if you don't want to. Whatever the case may be. But that is why I wanted to use the stamp set today, is for that greeting there. So I previously cut out this little beauty from these beauties called Spotlight on Nature Dies. Just to give you, let me see if I can twist my arm a little more there. Okay, 163580 is the number for the dies. Now, I have no intel on this, but I can tell you for sure that the stamp set that was bundled with these is no longer being sold. So as such, I would, if you like these, I don't know how long they'll be around. They're not on the last chance list, so I'm not giving you any kind of intel like that, but I am telling you that I don't know what's going to happen to these little babies, but the stamp set that was bundled with them, called Spotlight on Nature, is no longer available. So if you love these, I would grab them. Okay, and I do love them. So I have this little guy, and I cut him out of the same color paper as this right here. So this is crumb cake. And I'm going to stamp an espresso. It's okay not to be okay. And there we go. Okay. Now, to kind of pop that up so it shows a little bit more, I wanted to use a circle behind it. So I initially started with the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Look at how old this is. If you've been around a while, you know this is an old one. Okay, so this would look like this, which would give it a little bit of a border. Not bad. Okay. But then this, I decided to try the little bit bigger one. And that is the 1 7/8 inch circle punch. So this just came available this year. And I think we were all like, do we need that? The answer is yes, because look at that. It adds just, let's see if I can just show you. Well, obviously it's 1/8 of an inch, but this is what the difference of 1/8 of an inch looks like, right? So that's the 3/4 inch, 1 3/4, and that's the 1 7/8 inches. And I think it looks better, so that's what I'm going with. Okay, so I'm going to add this stamped image right on top. And then I'm going to put, okay, I'm not using green glue today. You probably noticed that. This today, definitely my internet is having some issues. It's kind of been that sort of day. In any case, I'm hoping that you're able to catch this whole thing. So I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals, but I'm only putting the dimensionals on this side of the card to be sure that okay, so I just put the dimensionals on this side of the card. I'm flipping it over to about this height here. And then to finish off the card, I just want to add a little bit of detail. So I'm adding, I'm calling it detail and not bling, because I told you I was trying to make this not such a kind of flowery girl card. So I'm using these streaked dots, 165902, and this is what they look like. So they come in 2 different sizes and have lots of browns in them. So I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to use 3 big ones. Do whatever you want on your card. Well, actually, if you purchase this stamp set from me, you will get the supplies to make all of the cards that I've made this month. and you will be getting the large dots. Well, you might be getting small dots. Whatever you'll be getting, they will be all the same size. I just wanted to put this like a little curve, kind of mimicking the curve of the circle with the words. La. Okay, that was a lot to get to this point. Okay, so this is today's card, which I said was going to be easy, and I wasn't kidding. The video, not so easy, but the card, incredibly easy. You could do this with all sorts of different DSPs that you have, and I know you have them once you have the card layout. In this particular card, I'm not adding any more words to the inside because I feel like this is a card you would want to put a message, but you certainly could do so. All right, so let me pull in the other cards that I made this month using this stamp set. So this was week 1. This was the card from week 1. This was the card from week 2. You are loved. This was the card from week 3. And this is the one that I said was kind of very heavily breast cancer support inspired. Okay, so this was week 3. And this is week 4. So 4 different looks, 4 different, very, very different looks, I think, for this little stamp set here. Now, if you purchase $50 worth of products on my website this month, October of 2025, $50 or more, you will receive the guts to make all these, I shouldn't call them guts, the kits to make all these cards. So you'll get everything with the exception of the stamps and the inks. I can't pre-stamp anything for you, but I'll give you all of the supplies so that you could make this with your own stamp set. If you purchase just the Love and Courage this month, you're also going to get this. So whether you purchase $50 of anything or just the Love and Courage, you definitely will be getting the supplies to make these 4 cards. So I'll be mailing those out next week, and you have until the end of the week if you're going to place that order. All right, let me turn you around. Okay, I'm going to turn you around here. I apologize because this has sort of been a disaster of a video, and I appreciate you still being here if you made it all the way to the end. Let me know if you did make it all the way to the end because I owe you big time. In any case, you have a week left to take advantage of the special happening this month, which is joining Stamping Up for $35 and receiving $125 worth of product. It is crazy. If you like at least $35 worth of stuff, and if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you do, if you like at least $35 worth of stuff, now is the time to sign up. There's no future obligation if you don't want one, but if you do, you can continue to save on all future orders, and I can talk to you about that. But it's not like you're signing any big contract or committing to something that you cannot get out of. So I was going to say, don't think twice. You have not got that much time because this deal ends on Friday, so take advantage of that. Okay, and then finally, if you order Love and Courage from me or $50 worth of products on my website by the end of this week, so during the month of October, I will send you the supplies to make the cards that I showed you today. So thanks for hanging in with me. Next Monday, I don't have my calendar in front of me, but next Monday, I believe I'm actually going to be on in the afternoon. I think I had a morning obligation, so I think it's going to be the afternoon. Normally it's 10 a.m. Today was noon. Next week probably be 2. But make sure you are subscribed to my mailing list, and you will get updates, and I'll tell you when I'm supposed to be on, etc., etc. Okay. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging in. I appreciate it. Have a really good rest of your Monday and rest of your week. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.